Yeah, it is EThekwini Matters. Welcome once again. Sauke Maisela, your host. Crime continues to be a scourge that plagues quite a number of cities in the world, and we're not an exception. That's why today we are joined by the Deputy Commissioner for our Metropolis, Sbonelo Mchunu, who's responsible for operations. They have received quite a number of accolades for the good work that they continue to do with the city, but they still have got to do more, because for us to be able to attract as many tourists in the city as possible, we need to nip the scourge of crime in the bud. But go on. Welcome to EThekwini Matters Podcast.
Hi, ngiyajabula msoko ukubingelela nababukeli bakho.
Ayiwe.
I'm okay.
Yeah, look, you are leading a very important safety and security machinery in our city. And I know that our viewers will actually like to know, what does it comprise? The units that are in there. What constitute Metropolis?
I will firstly start with the mandate of Metropolis. Mandate of Metropolis is primarily to enforce traffic enforcement, is to do traffic enforcement, bylaw enforcement, and crime prevention. And with the relations with the South African Police Service, we can extend it to crime combating. But we do that with the lead of South African Police Services. We were formed in 1998 in terms of the South African Police Service Act, which means we are police officials, fully fledged police officials. We also have the powers of the traffic officers, because before you can be appointed as a Metro Police officer, you must be a registered traffic officer. So that's where we come from. So we've got these three main functions that we need to do. Crime prevention is one of the main concerns of the city. But without the enforcement of bylaws and the enforcement of traffic, you cannot easily win the main fight of crime prevention. So we have to do it holistically.
And then your units.
The units
that you consist of.
We do have regions. We've got 6 regions of Metropolis, which means it's like if you want to explain to a layman, it's the provinces. Like the South African Police Services, they have provinces. We've got regions with our regional commanders. And then we've got the HQ, which comprises of the specialized unit and the MOT, Multi-Operational Response Unit, which was established in 2016 to respond to violent protests that were plaguing the city at that time. And then in the specialized units, we've got all these units that are designed to fight crime. Yes. You've got your horse units, you've got your canine units, which are the dog units, you've got your crime prevention units, which will include a range of units, which can be drug enforcement units, it can be the street crime units, it can be response units. And all those units are dealing with the crime and the hardcore criminals. Yes.
We are fully aware of some of your undercover operations that have resulted to several lawbreakers being put behind bars.
Yes.
And you should be commended for that.
Yeah. It is good to know that public have faith in Metropolis. We have a situation where the public will say we have information, we're not confident in giving that information to other law enforcement agencies, but we want to give it to Metropolis. In the last 3 months, we have been able to get 3 hitmen that were on a go to kill and assassinate certain high-value targets. And we intercepted them and arrested them, and obviously they are behind bars. Obviously, we established that they've got various other criminals, others were out on bail and all of that. It's information that is given to the public, but we can increase that capacity.
But I mean, recently you've also had a drug bust.
That all the time. We've got, if I can tell you, the unit, the crime prevention unit that we stationed to focus in the south has got several bus, and one of the bus that we had has been flighted in the international media. So it was a good under our.
But there was also an illegal brewery somewhere, somebody that was producing Sbonelo.
Yes.
That was going to be sold in the black market.
Yes. Quite a lot of that we need to intercept all the time.
Now that we're heading towards the festive season, what are your plans? Because we wouldn't want a situation whereby we're in the news to the effect that somebody has been killed at our beachfront. The other one that happened recently. Yes. Yeah. What is the plan?
That's a discussion we are having with Labour, because we're having a discussion where Labour was feeling that our students should be in the college for on a full-time basis. And we are saying, no, we can't compromise operations and we can't compromise the festive season. Let them continue on a part-time basis and be able to come and do some work here, because if we can take all the students that we have and put them in the academy during this period, we will be found wanting. It is important that we have bobbies on the beat during this festive season. Crime prevention is better than crime response. Yes, because by the time you respond, even if you respond, there's damage, and you know what happens with our...
So in short, are you saying to us or to the public that now that we're heading towards the festive season, we're going to see scores of Metropolis being visible, not only in the beachfront, all over the city, but we're going to keep the momentum. It mustn't be during the festive season alone. It has to be continuous throughout.
That one I can assure the public. I think one good thing that the city has done, they have just approved the recruitment of 200.
When is this going to take?
They must start, I think, in the beginning of November. And with this manpower we have, we still rated the best metro. The minister was just saying that.
No, not only the minister, but also the Durban Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
I mean, we had a media briefing recently where the Durban Chamber of Commerce hit praises.
Yes. Imagine
and
if we
it
had,
must be motivating.
Yes. But imagine if we had all our numbers, our minimum numbers, which are of 5,000.
Not have space.
No, they wouldn't have. And we're gearing towards that. We hope to be employing not less than 400 every year.
Remember, the inner city is the heartbeat of EThekwini. When you talk about EThekwini, you're talking about the central business district. And you're also fully aware that we've got challenges there of many other things, including the issue of safety and security. To an extent, some people are reluctant to go to town because ladies sometimes happen to lose their wigs, whatever. I don't know whether are we winning, because one other thing that I'm also concerned about are our shortcomings when it comes to enforcing bylaws with regard to illegal traders. Where are we? Why is it difficult?
I would say we're busy discussing with the Justice Department regarding that. Our officers do enforce bylaws.
They do, right.
I've always come across a lot of comments from public that is ignorant of our mandate and all of that. Say, when we enforce bylaws with our aunties that are selling in the street, they say, bayekeni bayizamela babamba inkunzi, bayekeni umhlukumeza abantu abayizamela all such. But the people what they don't know is that in these tables you will find that less than 50% are selling the goods for the purposes of selling the goods. Many of these tables are used as dropping spots. You'll find a person having a table with X and whatever that are never bought. It's not moving, but he's always here. He's getting a salary. The table is used by a drug dealer as a dropping zone. So we have to do continuous enforcement, and then the good hawkers become victims. But you will not become a victim if you have a permit. All these people who become victims of enforcement are illegal people. So why are we even having a debate about doing enforcement to illegal people? Because all what they need to do is to sort their permits with business support.
And get the correct paper to trade.
And secondly, you can't have the situation where the whole city is a hawking city.
So are you assuring the public and the business community in the inner city that you as Metropolis, moving on, within the parameters of the law, you are going to crack or clamp down on those who are trading illegally in the inner city. That's what you're saying.
That's what we are doing, and that's what we are promising.
Right.
With all the programs that we're going to introduce. Operation Overland in the city is going to be enhanced.
Yeah.
Just that we were disturbed by the protests, the issue of buffer strikes and the issue of the construction of the pipe in mega city. But we were winning the war from Warwick Triangle up to the river town there before the beachfront. We were winning a war because we had one strategy there.
Yeah.
Of making sure that there is zero tolerance of bylaw. Of people who are breaking the bylaws. Yes, there was zero tolerance. And then we had another strategy for the promenade and the beachfront.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So while we were busy with that, we had to then change because we needed to go and beef up the issue of DSW, the strikes, the
There's so many
workplace.
things that are happening.
There are so many things that are taking the numbers from consider, because law enforcement needs sustenance. Once people know that you come and hit once and run
they'll
away,
never come back.
They will come. They'll continue. They'll say, okay, let's hold on. Police are here. The moment you
if
leave,
you're not consistent.
if you are not consistent. So we need to maintain.
Come back, But the moment you're aggressive, they'll give up. And One other thing that is also of concern is the issue of quite a lot of people who happen to be drug addicts in the inner city. Some of them happen to, sleep on the pavements in front of businesses. It's happening right now. It's a serious problem because if you look at it, if we do not curb it, it will result to a situation where these businesses will be saying, you know what, let us get another alternative area to trade, because clearly the inner city has been taken over by homeless. We understand it's a societal matter that requires all stakeholders, whether you're talking about the church, you're talking about the family unit and so forth. But at the end of the day, they're here in EThekwini. How do we deal with that? Because people are now, very concerned about this. Quite a lot of it. Others happen to even walk naked.
Yes.
In the inner city.
Yeah, no. It's bad. It's getting bad. But the problem is bigger than that, because drug addiction is not a law enforcement issue. It's a social development issue. That's my fight I have with Mr. Memela on social development. He keeps on saying the people there under the bridge are a law enforcement issue. You take a drug addict to a police station, the station commander is not going to take that person. He's going to be asking you to take this person for rehabilitation. So there's no criminal procedure that allows us to take a person to a rehab, to a rehab. You see, so it's not a law enforcement issue.
It's not.
It's rather a social development issue. But we have a strategy, a city strategy that we want to use in partnership with city units, where we need to get our youth out of the places where they get exposed to this.
How is your relationship with the SAPS?
Very good. It was recommended by the minister that out of all the metros, the metro that is working well with SAPS is Durban Metro.
Is Durban Metro.
Yes. So we are 100%.
So you are happy with all the support that they're giving you?
Even in public order policy, we call each other, we are commanded in their base there in Maran Hill, and we make sure and everything that we do, if we reach the situation first and we are having a contact first, we take that as a collective responsibility. There's no us and them in these units. I mean, they've got one common enemy. Yeah, we've got one common. Especially now we've got the units that are now working with the Hawks, and we are making very serious successes, especially with the hitmen, as well as with these people who are taking police officers. We're making sure that they get people. But I also attending to areas in the city that are regarded as the hubs for drugs. I mean, the Point area, for example. Yeah, it has been notorious for that for quite some time. And I would like to know, is it part of the list of your priorities? It's part of the list because, as you know, as I'm telling you, that these areas have been demarcated by the criminals. They will tell you that this is a Somalian area, this is a Nigerian area, this is a whatever area, this is a Wentworth area. This is the TDK's area. This is, they have gangs that have demarcated the areas according to themselves. So we need to deal with that. We are dealing with that. The provincial commissioner personally spoke to the station commissioner of Point, Mr. Ngubane, and we are having a plan for
so we can't discuss it here. Let's leave it there. We're happy. I think the public will be happy to hear that there's something underway.
That is not that we don't see that. In fact, Point is becoming better, because another thing that needs to be sorted out when you want to deal with the Point is the buildings must be proper. Once buildings are proper and they are obeying all the city laws and bylaws and all of that, then we'll be able to deal with the crime.
It's good, because we've already started with that, even though it won't be on a pace that the city would want to do. But at least there's something that we are doing with regard to bad building. One other thing that is a challenge, is the issue of load shedding that result to some of our traffic lights not working. We had an outcry from the public that EThekwini, we've got certain intersections where homeless people are directing traffic. How do we deal with that? Are you aware of it?
Yes, we are aware of that.
Because I've seen one today morning in one busy intersection, but I know that you won't be able to know each and everyone.
I've just told you that we've got 1,900 people who work shifts, which means per shift we've got almost 350 people at work. 450 if we add overtime people. With those 400 people, you can man 13,000 intersections. At one go, if there's a load shedding in one area.
Because today is stage 4.
6,000.
Today is stage 4, meaning that quite a number of intersections
are not working. So those homeless people will just go where police are not there. And they are not there because we've run out of manpower.
Oh, you're sitting in your aircon.
No, it's not that.
Offices.
No, it's not because of that. It's because we've run out of manpower.
One other thing is that we've got quite a lot of young people that are unemployed, and we have pointed out that in November we'll be recruiting.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. In simple terms, how do I get to be a Metropolis officer?
You must be fit, so when you want to be a Metropolis, that's the first thing. And we do basic minimum. You must be able. In my time when I got in, we used to do 60 push-ups per minute. We've reduced that to 25 push-ups per minute. And then the females, they do that with their knees down and all of that. And you must run 2.4 kilometers within 14 minutes when you're a woman, and within 12 minutes when you're a man. And there's an average.
To establish that you're
fitness, yes. So, and then that's the first thing. And another thing, you must be able to read and write and be able to calculate.
The trade.
At the level of, we have a test that tests you whether you are able to write proper sentence construction, and then you are able to calculate, and so that you are able to be a proper police officer that will be able to give evidence in court.
Because that's another important.
That's a very important basic. If at the level you are fit, you've done your psychometric test, but you are ill-disciplined, we can't take you. You see, in these processes, we are able to see an ill-disciplined cadet, and then you fall out. Not that we get you out, but if we have 40,000 people who are applying, we're gonna get the 200 best. The 2,800 then will fall out. Because we need to get the 200.
And then the age,
the age we normally. There's no restriction for the authorized officers, the white shirt one. But because the object of recruiting is for everyone to end up becoming a fully fledged constable, we normally take people who are less than 34, so that they have 2 years of becoming 36.
Right. But we're in the grip of the fourth industrial revolution, meaning that we need to now, there has to be a serious paradigm shift in terms of dealing with the issues of crime. Do you want to share with us what we have with regard to, what do you have afoot with regard to smart policy?
Yes, I think we've concluded many agreements with the digital office under Mr. Madlala. We've just had a meeting with the Development Bank of DBSA. we also have a program where we have sent a business case to the city CMC.
Right.
It was approved, where we are saying we want to have a situation where we have a smart policing platform,
right,
where technology will be used to do enforcement of bylaws and traffic.
Yeah, and then those who have got outstanding traffic fines, I've seen the quite a number of roadblocks in the city,
yes,
and people have been napped.
The city was owed 57 million, and
57,
and we have, through these roadblocks, we've recovered close to 8 million.
It's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot, but we are behind. That means we've got 41 million outstanding. Yes.
So you owe it to the motorists out there, pay your traffic fines.
Pay your traffic fines, and if you come and pay your traffic fines within 30 days, you get a half of the original fine. If you've been fined 500 rand and you come within 30 days to pay that, you will pay 250.
And if you disregard that, you will face the full amount of it.
You face the worst case scenario, because we're going to a level where we're not going to tolerate. And during the festive, there's a time where we catch and inconvenience people. So we don't want you to be a victim. We don't want you to be embarrassed.
Well, I'm happy because I paid mine.
You paid yours. In fact, I always tell the city officials to say they must be the first ones to come up for. Because it will be sad if myself we have to catch you.
I can't say, hey, Macingwane, please, I'm being locked up.
Hey. I will arrange a speed point
for me to be able to pay. Macingwane, thank you so much for joining us, and we still hope that you will make some time to come and talk to us with quite a number of issues. You're doing a wonderful job. We also need to commend you as our colleagues, but also just to say we're very proud of the good work that you're doing.
Thank you.
With very limited resources. Pass it to other members that they must continue to hoist our flag sky high. We thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Yes, well,
thanks.
That was the Deputy Commissioner, Macingwane, who is responsible for operations at Metropolis, sketching a vivid picture of the journey that they've walked with regard to fighting crime, but equally appealing to me and you to play our part by working with the police consistently so that we nip this sketch in the bud. Remember to click your subscribe your subscribe button so that you do not miss the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.